Hey, everybody, it's time for the Kidders. This is our expensive drop-in title slide. Ready? and, and now it comes off the side. This is known as a wipe to you kids in video production. Well, hey, how you doing? I'm Dale. With me, as always, is my friend Tim Slagle, and we're the Kidders. And people often ask, well, what are the Kidders? Well, Tim and I are two comics with a lot of time on our hands, and we just enjoy getting together every Monday and seeing if we can make each other laugh. Does that sum it up, Tim?
Pretty much. That's about it, yeah.
Yeah. You know, we got nothing else to do. You're welcome to join in and enjoy the laughs, too. And if you like, you could become a guest kidder. And you just have to contact us via either timslagle.com or daleirvin.com. And, you know, we'll talk to you then. All right. What we do on this thing is we peruse the morning papers and just see if there's any wacky stories that we can use to make each other laugh. And we came up with the first one. You know, California's having that drought. There's no water anywhere. They're telling people to fill in their pools and don't flush their toilets. And Jerry Brown, the governor of California, has informed everyone that he didn't take a shower the other day. So, there you go.
Yeah, it's California where more than just the fruit gets ripe.
I mean, yeah, it's a nice F. And he also said he has a low flow system. Yeah, I got one of those too. When somebody flushes a toilet and you're in the shower.
You know, it must be nice to be a guy in California because I imagine there even the wedding showers are only 10 minutes long.
And if you really want to save water, you know, you can skip a shower if you want. Tell Kim Kardashian to wash her ass once a week. That'll save lots of water. Sometimes you read these stories, and it just seems like people deserve what they're getting. And this one in New York, a guy is upset because he sought out a fortune teller to help fix a romantic relationship, and she scammed him out of more than $700,000.
That's just amazing to me. $700,000. I'll bet you even she didn't see that coming.
She figured, yeah, a couple hundred, but the guy kept coming back. Who knew?
He spent $750,000 looking for love. Let me tell you, you can find a lot of love for just $500,000.
And at one point, he gave her his Rolex watch as payment, which, you know, again, a hooker will steal that on you. So, you know, either way. $700,000. He could have got the same advice from us for half of that, because I think we're about pretty good, as good as fortune tellers is not. Okay, New York City. You've been to New York City, you walked around Times Square, and they got all the characters just like they do in Hollywood. You know, they have the Naked Cowboy and Tickle Me Elmo and Minnie Mouse and Hello Kitty. And apparently the characters are very competitive as to, you know, who gets the dollar from the tourist. And what happened was that Minnie and Hello Kitty they had words, and then they started battling it out right on the street.
Well, you know, I think Hello Kitty is the only other character out there in Times Square that Disney doesn't own.
So it's really a battle between Disney and China. And
apparently the fight got so rough that Big Bird had to get in and break it up.
Well, one quote from the story here is they were interviewing the other characters. Says, most of us are trying to make a living, said Edward Garcia, and Elmo, who supports his wife and 7-month-old daughter. He's an Elmo. So that's how. So if you go to Times Square and you know you're not having nearly as much fun, see if you can stir up a fight between the costumed characters. That's always good.
Bert and Ernie. That's what I want to see.
Well, there's all that homoeroticism there, anyhow. So
yeah, I want to see domestic violence.
All right, here's a story from your home state in Indiana. You know, they got the lottery tickets, as everybody do. They have a scratch off lottery ticket, but what's unique with this one is when you scratch it, it smells like bacon.
Actually, I'm surprised that a group of Muslims isn't filing suit for discrimination.
It could be a co-Muslim Jew file. You know, they could do that. First time they come to the table under one thing. You know, but I
guess the prize is a 20-year supply of bacon. Oh my gosh! In Indiana, that's worth more than $1 million.
Well, they say that, but they figure with that much bacon, you're going to die in 5 years anyway.
Yeah, 20 years of bacon is a lifetime supply.
I mean, how many pigs is that? 20 years of bacon, which sounds like you know, Kevin's career. 20 years of Kevin Bacon. And one more story. Just before we wrap up here, and right next to Indiana is Ohio, and it's a strange place in Elmore, Ohio. Speaking of Elmo, this is Elmo with an R-E on it. Elmore, Ohio, an antique store there is selling a pair of Eva Braun's panties. Eva Braun was Adolf Hitler's mistress and wife right before she took the pill, but they're selling her pant. I'm thinking, who in the world would want to buy a pair of Eva Braun's panties for $7,500?
Well, ironically, the entire market for that sort of thing is in Japan.
Really?
And in Japan, that kind of memorabilia is illegal. So,
well, there you go. You got a market and they can't buy it. So it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like marijuana in Illinois. But
they're probably a pretty good size. I understand that Ava had a decent sized bunker.
Well, and her old panties, man, if you scratched them and they smell like bacon, yeah, then maybe I'd bid on them. But you know, other than that,
and if they were Hitler's briefs, they'd be half off.
And it's a recycled Michael Jackson joke, and it works just as well for Adolf Hitler. Oh, well, you kids, I hope you got a laugh, because we did, and we didn't take up that much more of your day. And Tim, what do you got going this week? Anything?
Well, this weekend I'm going to have my own version of the Triple Crown. That's a glass of Crown Royal and Royal Crown with a Whopper.
That's good. That would be. I don't know what I would have as far as a Triple Crown. I guess just a single crown, a 7 crown. Yeah, would be. That's all I could make.
I'll see your Triple Crown and raise it by 4.
4 9s. Okay. Well, that's it. I don't know. You're going to do the Triple Crown. It's going to be a nice week, so I'm going to relax. So I'll be out of doors, you know, for minutes at a time, because I don't want to get a tan. But for the rest of you, please join us next Monday. Pass this on to your friends. Give us your questions. If you'd like to be a kidder, let us know that too. Other than that, once again, it's time to go to our theme music. Tim, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And goodbye, too.